everybody, my name's Brenda and welcome to Tangle Break. Today is part 2 of our project of tangling a pumpkin. We have our 6.5 inch craft pumpkin that in the first session we went ahead and made the strings by just following the ribs of the pumpkin. We have 16 so that we'll get to do 16 tangles, and we went ahead and did 4 the first session. This is Stirkles, Mysteria, Shattuck, and right here is Poke Root. So today in our second session, we're going to do quite a few more. So let's go ahead and get started. You're going to need a Sharpie, a fine point marker, just the regular fine point, not the ultra fine. Just the regular fine point. And I have found by doing several pumpkins that the Sharpie covers this, the texture and the surface of this pumpkin really well, and you don't have to worry about smudges later. So that's always a good thing. All right, so today we're going to do BRAZE, RADDOX, TIPPLE, Static, Poke Leaf, and PRINTEMPS. Okay, so we're going to do 6 for this session, and then it'll leave 6 for the last session. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with BRAZE. For BRAZE, I'm going it right here, right beside Poke Root. And the first thing you do is do a line right down the middle. Okay, so we have our line. Then I'm going to start up here at the top. You're just going to do an arrow going, like a line going up, a line going down, a line going up, a line going down. So it's almost like just like an arrow pointing. And then I'm going to highlight it on this side, or it on this side, or it on this side. And I'm done. I'm going to darken and color the middle part. And that's all there is to it. And we're going to do it all the way down here. So I'm going to pick my next spot. I'll do the very tip top at the end because that's such a little place. So I'm going to take about the same amount of space. I'm going to go up and across, and I'm just going to aura that line up and across, get a little bit more space, up and down, and then aura that up and down, and fill it in. And this is BRAZE. And that's all we're doing all the way down. So then I just leave a space, and then aura. Then I'll leave a little bit more space about how much the white is. Then I'm gonna aura. And that's it. I fill it in. Okay, aura, then a little bit of a space, then aura, then we're going to fill it in. Okay, leave a little space here, or aura it, go back up, and aura, then we're going to fill it in. and fill it in. Okay, go up, down, aura, down, up, down, aura, down, and fill it in. Okay. All right. Up, down, aura, up, down, aura, and fill it in. Almost finished with this one. Up, down, oraing it. And fill it in. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and do this one right here just because I just want it to look complete, even though you might not see this, but so much, something about, I want it to be done. So if you picked it up and you wouldn't see anything missing. All right. So this one, BRAZE, is done. B-R-A-Z-E. Oh, and I told you we were going to do up at the very top. There's just hardly any space up here, but we still want to give it the look that we carried it all the way up. So I'm just filling it in the best it'll fit. And then a little aura. Okay, it looks complete now. All right, the next one is RADDOX. And we're gonna do it in this one right here. And what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna start right about here, is we're gonna go up and down and up and down and up, okay? And then we're gonna aura up and down, up and down and up, okay? Now we're gonna do this pattern above it and below it. And depending on how wide the rib is, depends on how many of these little zigzags you get in, okay? So we're just gonna go above it. It's sort of like, in a way, auraing it above here, but if it doesn't come out exactly the same, it's okay, because it's gonna work. So now I'm gonna aura just right above it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do up here at the top. Just gonna aura. Same sort of lines. I'm gonna go above it. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do this little one up here. It's a little bit harder to get the R in, but you can do it. Okay. All right, so now come down here, and we're gonna aura, and then we're gonna do this one, don't know why it reminds me of Charlie Brown. It does. Going just on. Just going back and forth. It makes a really cool design at the end. Because it's 2 more steps to this. We're doing our basic one right now to give us just a filling in area, you'll see. This reminds me of like an Easter egg almost. Okay, all right, we just zigged and zagged. Okay, the next part is going to be, we're just going to put some dots in. So I'm going to go up here and I'm just going to take my point of my pen and put one at the top and then have it going down and around. So I'm going to make, and then I'm going to skip this one. And so I'm going to go up and then down, up, down, up. Okay, so I'm following the zigzag. I want this one to be empty, and then I'm gonna follow this one up, down, up, down, up, and I'll just stop there. Okay, skip the next one. Middle, up, middle, down, middle, up, middle, down, middle, up. And I mean, it almost makes a perfect circle by just pointing into it. We like that. Middle, up, middle, down, middle, up, middle, down, middle, and I'm just gonna go up like that. And we'll leave the bottom. Okay, we're almost there. We still have one more section to do. The white spaces, the ones that we skipped, we're gonna put stripes. Okay, so just little stripes connecting the two. Just connecting. And then we'll put one right here. I fit it in. Okay, now we're gonna go to the next one. And just draw your lines down. Doesn't have to be perfect, because we're going to go back and do some coloring and it makes it pop. Okay. And this is called RADDOX, RADDOX. And I'll have them all listed. Okay, that's all you gotta do. Next space, you know, we're gonna put the lines in. And just enjoy and relax doing it, because it's gonna come out cute. It will. It'll come out nice. Okay, the next one. Okay. I'm pretty sure you're not going to be able to see this, but just in case, let's just do some to be on the safe side. We want it to look totally finished. Okay? All right. So I know that it'll be fine. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to go back and we're going to blacken in some of these stripes. So I'm going to start on this side. You can do just alternate. Doesn't matter where you start. Just alternate the filling it in. Just alternate black, white, all the way across. This gives it a more finished look. And you're done. Plus it's relaxing to color in. Okay, on this one, I think I'm gonna start with the next one over instead of right there on the border. Doesn't matter, whichever way you want to do it, it's still the same look. Just every other one. It just pops the design out more. That's why I like doing it. Just like Shattuck from the first time. Sometimes I find I just love to color things in to make sure that the pattern is just stands out easily, and it adds a little something to the pattern. Okay, so far. Okay, so to go on to the next one, I'm going to let it be white on the border, then just every other one. Okay, we're almost there. Okay, so I'm going to skip the first one. We go to the second one, skip. I think this one turns out really nice. And like I told you, I have put together for this pumpkin 16 tangles that I just love. They're fun, and I think they're interesting to look at. So that's the whole point, isn't it? To have fun and relax. All right, and then the last little part. I'm relaxing, I have to make sure it's on the screen. Okay, we'll do this little one here. Okay, every other one. And we are done with RADDOX. I think RADDOX turned out pretty good. Okay, the next one is TIPPLE. TIPPLE is just going to be orbs. So I'm going to just start drawing orbs. And then you see where I have the little space right there? I'm just going to darken it in. So I'm putting some pressure on my marker, just because it makes a really good ink. It lets the ink flow out. And I'm just going to do all sizes of balls, orbs. All sizes here. Big ones, whatever fills in the space. Little ones here. No rhyme or reason. I'm just filling it in. And when I press a little bit hard on my Sharpie, it makes the tip go into all the crevices, so I don't have to fill in but so much. Okay. That's almost too little of a ball. Okay, so let me turn it so I can do some more here. And we're just randomly putting different size balls, orbs. I said balls, orbs. Sometimes I'll see if a little space can take a orb, and if it looks fine, I'll leave it. If it's looking like it might be too small of an area, I just blacken in the area. It's easy. So you can decide after you do it if you like it or not. Okay, I don't think we can see any further back down than that. All right, so let me finish up going to the top. Make sure you can see the angle I'm at with the pumpkin is a little bit different than when I'm doing a tile. And when I was doing some big pumpkins, some 9-inch pumpkins, I was on the sofa with the pumpkin in my lap, just relaxing away, tangling away. So wherever you're comfortable, tangling is what I suggest is your spot. Let's get some bigger ones in here. TIPPLE. This is the name of it, TIPPLE, T-I-P-P-L-E. It's a good filler for things, like if you see a space and you're not sure, what to do, TIPPLE is always a nice little add-on. It's fun to just draw the orbs and fit into wherever spot you need to go. I'll do a little bit smaller on some of these as we get up to the top, just because of the lack of space and the angle of the rib. Okay, all right, just about done. We'll do a bigger one right there, a littler, fill it in. All right, TIPPLE is done. Okay, next is static. Now for static, it's just a couple steps. Let me get it in the thing. We're gonna do some wavy lines. So let me just turn this, there you go. All right, so I'm gonna be sort of dramatic in the way that I'm gonna do some curves. And I'm gonna stop over there. I'm gonna come back over in here, go up and down, round, and I'm gonna go back down into here. It'll make sense in a minute. Now I'm gonna go over into here, just camel lumping that almost, camel humps. Okay, that's all I did, one long wavy line all the way down, and then going out and back in. So now I'm going to pick one side and aura it. So I'm going to go and just about keep the same space. And I'm being dramatic the way that I'm making the space. And then right here, I'm going to go out. Okay, so I'm going to come back up in here again. And right there, I'm just going to darken it in. Here, I'm just going to darken that in. Okay, I'm gonna come up in here. I'm gonna come up in here. And I'm gonna darken this in. Here, I'll probably go one more time and then darken that in. And this one, like that. Okay? So now the same thing here. I'm just ORing it. Okay? I'm gonna go again. And where I've made those two triangles, I'm just gonna darken them. Make it stand out a little bit. Okay? That's all I've done so far. Okay, so now I'm gonna come over to, I'm gonna turn it just so that I can see it better. I'm gonna come and just aura this angle. Okay, come back in here and do it, just a little one right there, and I'm gonna blacken it in. Do this right here, just to blacken it in. Do a little triangle there, blacken it in. Okay, for here, I'm gonna go up, make it dramatic. Just still following it along. And I know that this is going to be the end, so I'm going to make a line right there so if I can stop. Okay, I'm going to come back up here, go back again. 1, 2, and down into here. Go up here, make my little triangle, fill it in that little triangle, fill in my little triangle here. Okay, go up into here, and I can fill in a little triangle there. Go up into here, and down, go up in here, down, fill in that little triangle. Okay, so I pretty much have just done a wavy line going through. Now I'm gonna weight it a little bit. So I'm gonna come up here and start, and where I have a curve, I'm gonna just make it a little bit darker. Where I have this little indent here, I'm just gonna make it a little bit heavier. Where I have this curve, I'm just gonna make it a little bit heavier. This little indent right here, I'm gonna make it heavier. Okay, this little indent, this little curve, just make it heavier when it curves. Here, make my little indent heavier. I just almost like, see how that's the curve? And I bring it in like that, so it's gonna make it heavier. Here's the curve, I'm gonna make it heavier. The curve is heavier. Okay, here, I'm just gonna fill it in, make it heavier. It's just weighted more. Okay, right here, just make it heavier. Right here, gonna go in like that, then fill it in to make it heavier. Fill in the little thing right there, little, just makes it look like it's moving more, more movement. I'm just gonna fill it in like that. Here's a curve, so we're gonna cap it. Here's this one, so we're just gonna do it here. This one, we're gonna do it like that. Cap it, the curve. This one, there's not a whole lot of space there, so we'll just leave that one. Cap this little V, make it darker. Cap this loop. Right here, we could definitely get this one. Get this one here. Gonna cap this loop. Make this one a little bit heavier in there. Just going through and making things a little bit heavier. And cap that little loop. Cap this loop going this way. cap this loop going that way. Make this one a little bit darker in here. Cap this one. Make this one a little bit darker in the middle. Make this one a little bit darker in the middle. And just capping it, you can feel the wave. We just went back and forth. If you see something else you want to just give a little bit more oomph to, just do it. Because they'll all look a little bit different. Okay? All right, that's static. Now we're going to do poke leaf. Poke leaf is a little bit similar to poke root. This was poke root from the first session. Poke leaf is going to be that same concept with the stems, but instead of a circle, orb-looking cherry, we're going to do leaves. Okay, so come on over to the next part, poke leaf, and I'm going to do, let's turn it, I'll do a stem and a curve, and then I'm going to go up to a point, come back down, done. And if you look at it this way, you can see that it's a heart, upside down heart. That's poke leaf. Okay, so we're just going to go back and forth and fill in our spot, our space here, our rib. So, and then we're going to do the same thing. If it goes behind, if it's right beside something, we're going to go behind, just like always. And it's no rhyme or reason. We're just going to make it fit in the space. And then we'll go back, and just like we did with the other one, we will darken in the space that we don't have a leaf. So just go back and forth, stem, a curve, and then a heart. And then make it's underneath, so I just showed it there. So stem, heart, stem, curve, and then upside down heart. Okay? Stem, curve, move my hand, and an upside down heart. Over here, stem, curve, upside down heart. Okay, coming over here. Just come from the sides, you can come from the other leaf. Different angles are fine. Okay, I'm gonna go this way. Stem, curve, upside down heart. Let's match it up. Stem, curve, upside down heart. And we'll go over here. Stem, curve. Oh, let's make this one come around. Okay. Stem, curve, upside down heart. And I still think we have room to do another one up here. Stem, curve. Let's see, where is our heart gonna go? Oh, right there. And around. Okay. And then around there. And just like we did for poke root, I like to just pull these little curves into the stem, and then it just makes it look like the stem goes up into the leaf. So we're going to do like we did the other time with the poke root, and wherever there's not the poke leaf, fill it in with black. And that way the leaves will pop out when you look at it. And as we work our way down, what I'm going to do is fill in those little stems. Okay, And I didn't steer you wrong. I've got my hands right on all the ink we just did, and it's not smudging. And then just pull the curve into the stem, and it just gives it that look like the stem is going up into the leaf. Okay. And fill in the black. Pull in the stems, the curve to the stems. Curve to the stem. Fill in the black. Curve to the stem. Fill in the black. Okay, just checking. Stem to the curve to the stem. Okay, almost there. And just filling it in just makes the leaves pop. Which I like. When I look at a design, I just want to see. I don't really want to search, I just want to see it. Okay, almost. Curve to the stem. And I'm gonna make a line here. So I know where I'm finished. Curve to the stem. And finish this side. And poke leaf is done. Okay, so the last one we're going to do on this one is PRINTEMPS, which is our spiral. We've done that before. So I'm just going to pick right here and I'm going to spiral. And I'm going to just bring it in. Okay, so now I'm going to spiral here and I'm going to let it come and touch and go behind the side over here and come around as if I'm going behind it. Okay, over here I think I'm going to start on this side. I'm guessing where it would be if it was coming out. Okay, over here, let's go on this side. I'm just going to do one here. Just playing around with my spirals. Okay, I'm going to do a little one here. You can be all kinds of sizes. Do another one here. Okay, let's keep going down here, this side. Just figuring out where the spiral would be if you could see underneath. And I'm leaving some space between them on purpose because I'm gonna go back and those blank spaces, I'm gonna fill them in and it just gives it a cool effect because you'll see them. Okay, I think we can stop there because we can just do this. Fill that in with black, looking on up, And I still need some up here at the top. I'm just gonna picture where it would be, coming around. Okay, and then a little one up here, going underneath. All right, so now wherever I see a little gap, I'm gonna fill it in with ink. Okay, almost finished here. And we have done 6 tangles for our pumpkin. I'll look, as soon as I finish doing this last little part, I'll go back over the names of the tangles we did today, and we'll take a break. So on these, today we did BRAZE, we did RADDOX, we did TIPPLE, static, poke leaf, and PRINTEMPS. Okay, great. And we will finish up our pumpkin. We have 6 left to do. We will finish that up in our next session. So I will see you next time. Bye for now. Bye.